I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Begley.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
I've made a major appointment here. What's your take on it?
Listen, this is all the ingredients of being a cracker. I just hope I haven't jinxed it by saying that.
Of all the grand stadia in world football, none more impressive than this. The crowd wait to offer them a red-hot welcome. So the two starting lineups.
What are you willing to lose to cover your wounds, but underneath them
So it's away we go then. So we get to see Andre Arshavin, one of the mercurial talents of the game, not just from his part of the world, but from all over the world.
A huge Russian star, no doubt about that. A joy to watch for me, and so many strings to his bow. He can pop up in all different areas of the pitch.
So what's his role today?
Well, the big influence, it's as simple as that, because in this team, he will be the one that they'll be looking to get on the ball and go and make it happen.
And he's done very well to deal with it. So it's down to business here. Well, Richard Goff's in the side today, and it's hard to argue that he is one of the finest centre-backs to come out of the Scottish game.
Yeah, I've got to go along with that. When you look at his achievements and his longevity, the figures speak for themselves, and of course he's a man who many look to for inspiration and leadership. Really solid guy.
Steps over the ball, he'll be looking to dink one in. So it's down to business here. Well, Richard Goff's in the side today, and it's hard to argue that he is one of the finest centre-backs to come out of the Scottish game.
Yeah, I've got to go along with that. When you look at his achievements and his longevity, the figures speak for themselves, and of course he's a man who many look to for inspiration and leadership. Really solid guy.
So off we go then. Well, he's a little fella, Ludovic Julie, but he is one of those, Jim, appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. For me, the perfect go-between player in that final third who links up midfield and attack. One of those nightmare scenarios for defenders not wanting to follow him into deeper space.
Because he's just so bright, so intelligent.
Yeah, well, usually he's looking to drag them out of position, and he's so good with his technical ability and vision that all of a sudden...
So off we go then. Well, he's a little fella, Ludovic Julie, but he is one of those, Jim, appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. For me, the perfect go-between player in that final third who links up midfield and attack. One of those nightmare scenarios for defenders not wanting to follow him into deeper space.
Because he's just so bright, so intelligent.
Yeah, well, usually he's looking to drag them out of position, and he's so good with his technical ability and vision that all of a sudden they've got a big problem.
You're wanting him. Scene is set, we are ready to go. Well, tell me, here's some instant fabulous Brazilian playmakers, but John Media is certainly a part of that company.
He is a player with a vivid imagination, a wonderful creative brain, and a real boldness to try the outrageous.
Just try stuff.
Audacity is normal for him.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Off we go then. Well, he's a little fella, Ludovic Julie, but he is one of those, Jim, appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. For me, the perfect go-between player in that final third who links up midfield and attack. One of those nightmare scenarios for defenders not wanting to follow him into deeper space.
Because he's just so bright, so intelligent.
Yeah, well, usually he's looking to drag them out of position. He's so good with his technical ability and vision that all of a sudden...
And we're underway. Well, now here's a name to conjure with. Plenty of players have been referred to as the king down the years, but not too many as God.
No, they haven't, and it's because he's one of the most natural and prolific goal scorers of the modern game, Peter. Stand off Robbie Fowler at your peril.
He can play it into the box. And Rice! Oh, off we go then. Well, he's a little fella, Ludovic Julie, but he is one of those, Jim, appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. For me, the perfect go-between player in that final third who links up midfield and attack. One of those nightmare scenarios for defenders not wanting to follow him into deeper space.
Because he's just so bright, so intelligent.
Yeah, well, usually he's looking to drag them out of position, and he's so good with his technical ability and vision that all of a sudden...
So off we go then. Well, he's a little fella, Ludovic Julie, but he is one of those, Jim, appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. For me, the perfect go-between player in that final third who links up midfield and attack. One of those nightmare scenarios for defenders not wanting to follow him into deeper space.
Because he's just so bright, so intelligent.
Yeah, well, usually he's looking to drag them out of position, and he's so good with his technical ability and vision that all of a sudden they've got a big problem.
Already started here. Well, he is one of those unmissables in midfield, isn't he, Ray? 6'3", he appears to be in charge of everything.
Yeah, he doesn't do stealth. A player with the perfect blend, Peter, of brain and brawn, and a great playmaker who I expect will do all the conducting in this lineup.
All in the genes as well. His big brother, of course, a Brazilian legend. His little brother's not so bad either.
Well, footballing...
There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, very few players come to mind ahead of a certain Graham Souness. We use the term midfield general.
Yeah, it applies to him because he's as strong a character as it comes, Peter. He is untouchable in terms of self-belief and fears absolutely nothing.
And alongside all of that, he is wonderfully stylish, isn't he?
Yes, the tough guy image is used mostly to describe him, Peter, yet he has all the assurance and composure that's needed.
Action has already started. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank. I'm not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Havertz. Oh, he really got... There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, very few players come to mind ahead of a certain Graham Souness when we use the term midfield general.
Yeah, it applies to him because he's as strong a character as it comes, Peter. He is untouchable in terms of self-belief and fears absolutely nothing.
And alongside all of that, he is wonderfully stylish, isn't he?
Yes, the tough guy image is used mostly.